He is ready, it would seem. David Morgan rises to the occasion on his Major League Baseball debut. It may have been 2/3 of an inning, and that might not seem like enough to you, but to me, it was everything the Padres need right now to know that this guy is MLB ready. What's going on, everybody? I'm Christian Pedersen, back with another episode of Padres Digest, the show where I, a random dude on the internet, kind of overreact or underreact to stuff and wait to hear from you guys, whether or not you agree or disagree with me. Thanks for tuning in. If you could hit the subscribe button, it would be great. Let's go back to talking about baseball right here. As you see, David Morgan, welcome to the show. He was brought up as part of some moves with Michael King and the Padres and Alex Jacobs, and there's been some turnover in the rotation and the bullpen as the Padres have tried to refine their groove. Bringing this guy in, I will admit, I'm not going to say dismissive of it, but I was a little nonchalant in thinking that this was going to be any sort of a dude. And 2/3 of an inning is a smaller sample size. I get that. But it was a really good 2/3 of an inning. Let me show you some more advanced breakdown of what kind of a 2/3 of an inning it was. Throwing 99 and change. So if you want to round up, go ahead. Say you're touching a hundo. 80 grade fastball. And then all of the corresponding IVB, horizontal, all of those other things all point to this is a dude. On the metric of like him being meh to him being whoa, he's much more whoa. This is a great debut to see 2/3 of an inning. Yeah, it is. I get it. It's small. But let me show you what he's just got in general. Not a huge sample size on any of this. Largely is a guy that people see the stuff and then believe in the stuff, it would seem. Ruben Niebla, the pitching coach for the San Diego Padres, I think is one of the better ones. At least he fits for us. He works really well for the framing of our franchise. He has developed some really great arms, and I think giving him a tool like this is awesome when it debuts like this, where it's a he is ready. One of the names on the flip side of this that I think is kind of fitting and interesting that we're playing the Marlins right now is we saw Ryan Weathers. This is maybe an inverse comp that I'll go with. Weathers, when he came up, we saw the stuff, but ultimately it wasn't. He seemed like he wasn't entirely ready when he made his first appearance. He's a guy that has gone on now to be a serviceable starter with the Marlins, and so he's played for multiple franchises, and like ultimately, like he's a good baseball player, but despite having the stuff, he wasn't quite ready for the moment, so he regressed a little bit and ultimately needed to be sent back down to the minors. He was young. I get it. It's okay. These numbers right here, he's obviously not going to throw no earned runs all season, but if he comes in and can be a low 4s, high 3s ERA in the bullpen, help us eat up some innings, be a guy, be a dude coming out there with that 91 Ched with a serviceable out pitch. I don't know how much you want to dive into the little teeny diverse metrics of this. Fan graphs, the colors, mainly in the middle that you want to pay attention to are the distribution charts of the breaks and rises of his fastball, and you can see he's consistent, so he throws strikes. That is a thing that sounds simplistic and sounds reductive, but sometimes you love a guy who throws a lot of strikes in the zone, and that would seem to be what the Padres have right now. Is a guy who, in making his major league debut, is coming out here and just attacking the zone, throwing hard with an appropriate breaking ball to get a little bit of change and be ready to face some MLB hitters. I want to see the Padres use him right. We don't need to toss him into a ton of high leverage situations out the gate. We can find the right innings. We can find the right things. But if this guy is this good out the gate, I am looking forward to what else there is in store for him in the tank. But also, cool story, he's a localish guy. I say local-ish. He went to Mission Viejo High School, which just just north of Camp Pendleton, up in the Orange County, whatever amorphous sort of. It's not Orange County, but it's like it's everything north of there. But you never know who's there. Sometimes it's Angels, sometimes it's Dodgers. This guy is a Padres fan, so I get it. That doesn't actually mean anything, but to me, it's always fun to have that extra little part of the conversation. Be like, yeah, dude, he grew up a Padres fan. It's great to see in this interview there. He was talking post-game just about the emotions and the experience of this. So he's a Southern California dude. He gives off the vibes that he seems to fit the overall mental aura, concept, vibe, whatever you say, of the San Diego Padres clubhouse. So I think when you got a guy who can come up, rise to the occasion of his major league debut, throw an inning like this, it is not a guaranteed, like it's the shot in the arm to fix all this, but it is me seeing you guys in the comment section saying, hey, I'm being too alarmist and negative. So this is a feel-good story. This is you and I are enjoying this together, that this guy right here has made an impact in a positive way. Welcome to the show, David Morgan, indeed. Let me know, though, what you think, because maybe some of you are on the bandwagon that this guy is already the solution and he's going to help bring zen to the bullpen and level things out. Maybe you think that this is him being dangled out there as, look, he is ready, a la, hey, other major league teams, come check him out. Use him as a deal sweetener. Maybe this is you thinking, no, it's just another dude who's going to eventually get pitch. The hitting coaches are going to scout him out. They're going to analyze his pitches. They're going to figure him out, and they're going to start to hit him. Who knows? Maybe he's somewhere in the middle of all that. But like I said, drop a comment. Let me know what you think. This is me trying to be more of the feel-good side of all of this and say, hey, look, good things are happening. 2025 has had some highs, it's had some lows, but having a guy who is who grew up a Padres fans coming in to be a good reliever, he looks ready. Welcome to the squad, David Morgan. Let me know, though, like I said, what you think. And if possible, if you could hit the subscribe button, it would be much appreciated. I know that that's kind of just the stereotypical YouTube thing that I got to do, but it's what I got to do. We have broken 1,000 followers, and it is awesome to see the community starting to put up, because that means we've got tons of new ideas coming around, all of this stuff that you guys are always helping me out. So drop a comment if there's anything that you want to talk about. We got some other trade options and opportunities. We're talking about left field. We've got Joe Musgrove and other injury updates. We've got everything that you need to know all season long, plus post-game reactions from our boy, Andrew McFarland. Thank you again for tuning in to another episode of Padres Digest. Keep the faith, Padres fans. 2025 is going to keep on getting better.